Hey everybody, it's Wade. Welcome back to In the Gutter, my weekly comic book haul. Starting out with a Joshua Cassara cover to Fantastic Four number 33. This is the last one in this volume. It's still the One World Under Doom. God help us all. But if you're interested in kicking off a new Fantastic Four story, next month is a reboot of number one. I think they did a series based on the movie as well, but it's a good jumping in point. This is, like a 2.5 year, 3 year commitment to get to 33, but you can, you don't have to go back and buy the last series if you don't want to. You can start with the new one. And then they had, 33 had a What If Mickey and Friends variant, Inwards to Infinity, and then the Sean Galloway Cheeks Saturday morning variants of the Fantastic Four. These are my favorite. Love it, love it, love it. These are gold too. All right, and another final issue of the volume is Spider-Boy, number 20. I know this because it says final issue right there, and I read it. Yeah, it was a fun series. Like I said, kind of aged down. If you have younger people in your life, could be a safe choice for them. And I assume they're going to reboot or add him to a new series. Now, Seasons number 5, Rick Remender and Paul Azaceta. Oh, and by the way, that's Spider-Boy. Let's go back a half step. This is a Paco Medina cover. Very cool. Features many of your favorites. And then Dan Slott wrote this with Paco Medina interiors. And before that, Ryan North wrote the Fantastic Four and Corey Smith did the artwork. So back to Seasons, Rick Remender and Paul Azaceta. Seasons number 5. It's okay. It's a little weird. Don't know if I quite understand it, but I don't. It's on me. Thing number 2. This series took a while to. I think it's a little late, but it's getting caught up. This is a Nick Bradshaw cover with Tony Fleek's script and Justin Mason interiors. Bullseye's in this one. I don't know if you could tell by the cover, but it's a little bit of a spoiler. But I like this very much. It was a Thing versus Bullseye is a weird concept. Dan Mora cover on Justice League Unlimited number 8, featuring Mark Waid, of course, and Dan Mora's interiors. So they moved over from World's Finest. But it's very similar, but Dan Mora is easily one of my favorite artists, especially with the DC characters. And if you're got any Batman Beyond fans, he's a big part of this. And Gorilla Grodd, not to mention. So back to the Ghost Machine imprint, Rockefellers number 6. This started out kind of slow for me, and then this issue I really dug. I thought it was really cool. So this is Peter J. Tomasi scripts with Francis Manapool and Rob Lay artwork. And again, high quality cover stock, really nice artwork, beautiful colors. This entire Ghost Machine imprint is top shelf. And from the world of minor threats, welcome to Twilight, issue number 4. Jerry Dugan scripts, and then a bunch of people, including Patton Oswalt, who plot it. And I think this one is Nate Pico's artwork. Again, I don't know if I understand what's going on. It's a little kind of inside baseball to itself. I don't know, but I'll keep reading it. Maybe it'll start clicking. And this is the final issue of In Bloom by Michael W. Conrad and John J. Pearson. Boom Studios, issue number 5. Yeah, this is cool too. It's really trippy, kind of almost like the same plant effect as in what the hell, the HBO series that was a video game that I can't remember right off the top of my head, The Last of Us. Not the same style of story, but similar with the whole vegetation human hybrid thing. Whatever. And if you like vampires and the Pope, Vatican City, Mark Millar and Per Berg. This is issue number 3. Got kind of a cool anime minimalist style to it, and cool vampire action. Hyde Street. This is another one. Really cool artwork. So this one has kind of the Universal monsters in it, and the Hyde Street lore. Issue number 7, written by Jeff Johns and Ivis Reis artwork. Really, really strong. And it's got, this one's kind of fun because it's got a lot of throwback references. Part of my unbagging and boarding. But in the opening, you get a classic, like based on probably the Hostess comic strips they used to put, although it's for breakfast cereal, but then it turns out that's what he's reading the back of the box of. And it kind of comes up in the story, but Pranky ends up eating Bugsy berries, and then they do a Dr. Jelly and Mr. Peanut Butter news, like the glossy coupon clip out that would come in the newspaper, and then some of the mail away parodies. There's a lot of content here. It's pretty cool, but yeah, done thoughtfully. either nostalgia for some of you, or you can get a look at what we used to look at in the good old days. Here, Andrews, Spider-Man and Wolverine Fight to the Death, #2. This is Care Andrews cover, Mark Guggenheim script, and Care Andrews interior. This is a massive amount of fighting between Spider-Man and Wolverine, double splash pages, really cool artwork. And if you are looking to invest in original art, this would be a book to look into, because there are key character shots on every page, lots of dynamic action. Probably be really expensive, but in my opinion, worth it if you have disposable income. And last of the new ones this week, Peacemaker presents The Vigilante and Eagly, double feature. So there's one story for each, and this is issue number 4 out of 5. So the first one is, these are all consulted by James Gunn, so they can put his name on the cover. I assume he looked at it. But the first story is the Vigilante story with Tim Seeley script and Mitch Gerard's artwork, and the Eagly story is Rex Ogle and Matteo Lale interiors. Not for the young. It's Black Label, rated R, still good. So at my LCS, I got kind of an act of kindness thing going on. I had ordered, I thought I ordered Batman 158, which is Hush Part 2, and I didn't get it. And so I didn't know if it was my fault or the store goofed up, but we came across one, and he just had it in my pulls this week. So now I can go back and read this correctly, because I started with Part 2, and I believe the last issue is hitting the shelves this week, or this month, if it hasn't already. And on top of that, he pulled one of the cardstock variant covers of Absolute Batman #1 first printing, and I was like, oh, cool. So for $6 right off the shelf, that was really nice. So thanks, Continental Comics, Granada Hills, California. All right, everybody, it's a slightly larger week, but it's all good stuff. So until next week, keep your mind in the gutter.